Could you please let my audience know and introduce yourself and let them know who you are, how you got into comedy, and what brings you here today?
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Nicole Tran, the comedian. I'm calling, talking on from West Hollywood.
Mhm.
I love comedy. I love to make people laugh. It's a fun way of joy to bring people happiness in life. I start my career as a comedian back in the day. I was a public speaker. I joined a very well-known uh, public speaking association called Toastmasters International. And I improved my English speaking skills then. And people told me that I need to join Toastmasters because I'm a master of toast. Sometimes I master English muffin. Tomorrow I master the frozen waffle. And that's how I started. So I start speaking at companies. I started preparing my presentation in giving speeches at high tech companies in the Bay Area. I start volunteering for some organization, and then I improve my public speaking skill. And then some of the my colleagues asked me, "Hey, would you like to go to the comedy clubs and say funny things to make people laugh?" And her name is Pat Griffin, and I say, "Sure, let's do it." So then we start going to the comedy show, and we start telling funny stories at the comedy club. So I start from there. So then I prepare humor speech to join at the high tech company to compete with other companies. And so for a couple contests, I won one or two, and then I move on to the next level, move on, move on. It's very fun. And then I started taking acting, script writing, dancing a little bit because I grew up in a very traditional Vietnamese family, and I wasn't allowed to talk with the hands, with facial expression. So I used to go on stage and look like this. Hello. Today I'm going to tell you a funny story about myself, and I hope you will laugh at it. With no facial expression, so stiff. And my friend told me, this is not, people are not going to laugh if you look like this. You have to be lively, smile, like to show them you happy to be around us. And then they show me how to improve my acting skill, my improvisation skill. I took classes for improvisation, a lot of classes just to improve public speaking and comedy. And then how I start going to showcase, do a lot of open mics, and then I start getting booked at theaters, at comedy clubs. And now I moved from Bay Area to LA, um, West Hollywood.
I love West
I live
Hollywood.
in a I live in a Koreatown.
Uh-huh.
That's the only neighborhood where you see an Uber driver on a scooter. And then every night I go to comedy clubs. I'm taking a lot of acting class still to keep improving my skills.
Right. Wow. So you had no intentions of going, you were just trying to improve your English by speaking, correct?
Yes, to improve my confidence in public.
Oh, so you joined a speaking club and then
Huh?
it was by accident you went into comedy.
Yes, some of the members of the clubs invite me to the comedy clubs. In Sunnyvale is like 1 hour from San Francisco. It's called
Mhm.
Rooster Teeth Feather, and that club very popular. And I went there, did comedy competition, dance around, sing along, and do some jokes.
That's amazing. That's really, really inspiring and amazing that you did all that because I didn't even know that about you when I was studying because I do know you were on Kill Tony.
That's a very good. And then I start going to a lot of open mic from different
Uh-huh.
cities.
Right.
I go to Utah, Arizona, Texas. Uh, from the beginning, I from Bay Area. I start doing open mics in LA. I showcase my professional work, and people see me and say, "Oh, you are funny. I want to get you on my show." That's how I started. Then people start inviting me to my show because I go to a lot of local open mics. So I
Wow.
meet with a lot of people. I'm very extroverted, friendly,
Uh-huh.
so professional. So people like, why don't you get on my show? So I start building up my um get noticed more and more.
More and more.
The more I put my work on, people call me Nicole Tran, the hustle, the laughing
So you have
hustle.
to believe, you have to hustle to survive, especially if
Yeah,
you're creative. You have to
yeah,
constantly network, you have to
yeah.
constantly market.
Hmm.
And by you going, just like you said, you keep on going to open mics, even when you're not performing, in a way that's smart because you never know who could be there. So,
Yeah, yeah.
right. So how many days a week do you work usually?
I go to comedy clubs at least 6 nights a week. It's like
Wow.
every day I do open mic showcase. If I'm not booked, I hang out. I go to the locals open mics, a little showcase, a bigger scene. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm very proactive.
Right. No, I
Yeah.
see that. I see
Mhm.
that. With all the flyers on your IG, I see how
Yeah.
active you are. You
Uh-huh.
even got into that Spanglish show that it's and
Okay,
that's
yo español.
sí, sí, yo hablo mucho español.
Sí, yo tomé
Ajá.
clases español, pero yo no practico.
Oh,
Porque se me
bueno.
gusta, sí, me gusta comunicar con las mujeres latinas. Pues
Oh,
que
bueno.
las mujeres latinas son muy
Ella,
sofisticadas.
wow, so how many languages do you speak?
I speak a couple. I took classes. I live in Europe.
Oh,
I
wow.
went to school in Europe, so I
So
have a
you
very open mind.
yeah, so you've lived in Europe.
I
So you,
visited Spain.
okay, España. Yeah.
I
But have
visit. I ate I mingle with a lot of people from the Spanish countries. They cook Spanish food for me, traditional way. The
right.
paella, la
Oh, the
paella.
paella.
Uh,
Yeah, you know about that.
Me
No, you
gusta, sí,
see,
man.
oh yeah, sí,
La
the
comida
mariscos. Uh-huh.
es muy rica,
Now,
deliciosa.
pero tú vivo en Los Angeles, so the comida es mucho diferente porque de mexicanos. Claro.
Sí, las muy
Sí,
grandes.
sí,
Sí.
sí, 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 es
Mm,
mucho diferente. So, mira, yo soy en Nueva York, aquí, es
mm.
mucho Dominican food, the comida
Mm.
es mucho diferente. And then, pero en Miami es cubano, Cuban food.
Ah,
Yeah, so every,
I'm going to Florida in February.
oh, you are?
Yeah, for
Oh,
comedy shows too.
you're gonna love it. Where are you gonna perform in
I
Florida?
perform in Sarasota.
Oh, okay, okay, in
Uh,
Sarasota. Okay,
uh-huh.
it's nice over there.
Really? I
It's
never
small.
been in Florida. It's gonna
It's
be fun.
it's it's smaller, but you'll enjoy it. You'll
Hmm.
enjoy it. Yeah,
They
yeah.
scare me about all of the crocodile and all of the thing. You been there?
No, I grew up in Florida.
Oh,
Uh,
how cool.
yeah, I grew up in a place called Tampa, Florida.
Oh, Tampa is very
Yeah, I'm kind of
commercial.
embarrassed about it.
Yeah.
When I tell people, I'm
Okay.
like kind of embarrassed. Well, because of where I was from in Tampa, what it's like some now it people, I don't know, some people are moving there. Oh, it's great or whatever, but growing there, a lot of criminals.
You mean Tampa?
Tampa, Florida. Yeah.
Is it a lot of, it's not, I thought it's like a very lively culture, a lot of cuisine
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. It's a lot of cuisine, but growing up there, you
Uh,
ever watch Euphoria? You ever
no,
watch no?
it's,
I'm trying Breaking
it,
Bad. Look at me, I'm like I have to compare.
they
Growing up
don't,
there was a lot of criminals.
no,
Like a lot of everybody went to jail, like growing up
no.
there. It was nothing. Now it's different. And so it was kind of like embarrassing growing up there. They were pretty.
Oh, I thought it like they have exotic fruit. They have nice beaches,
Oh,
warm
no, the beaches are
water.
nice. You're gonna
Uh,
like Sarah, I think, I'm trying to think of where Sarasota, I believe is in the Gulf, which
mhm.
the water's a little bit different, but over in Miami and Fort Lauderdale, the water's different. But the
Mm.
Gulf of Mexico's a little bit different. It shares the beaches, the water shared like with Mexico.